Hello, Toddbug here with Breaking the Stream, and welcome to a new Let's Play of Conquest of Elysium 4. So we're getting down to the last couple. We're down to 2 classes that we have not played for the channel yet. And so today we're going to go ahead and do the Priest King. Since we did the Mark graph, it is shown off a lot of what the Necromancer can do. So we may want to, depending on our time crunch, because Conquest of Elysium 5 is just around the corner, we may end up not playing the Necromancer, or I may just squeeze it in as a secondary playthrough while Conquest of Elysium 5 goes. But either way, the Priest King should be fun for us, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. As always, it's going to be a large map, random, and everything else default. And it's going to be a beginner-friendly playthrough with and played to completion as well. So we're going to do 6 AI on the count difficulty. And for those of you who don't know, if you delete the AI first until there's only one, and you do new player after you set it correctly, it'll copy versus having to go through and change it all too. So we're going to go ahead and do the Priest King. So we'll go ahead and hit info. So they're based on the Aztec. So their god is, they have 6 bloodthirsty gods, the Teotl. So basically you're going to use slaves in the early game to build an army. They're trash tier soldiers and everything, but they do fill out an army and take hits for you, so that's important in the early game. They've got sacred warriors that allow you to do certain summons and stuff, so that's going to be fun. The Priest King can perform blood sacrifices to get access to those summons that I mentioned. And then they also have different spell influences too, so they get a lot of different spells. So they have inferior armaments, can recruit sacred warriors, can acquire slaves from towns and villages, collect sacrifices, and use blood sacrifices to perform magic rituals. So all of this is definitely going to be interesting. And I think we're going to have some fun with this. So let's go ahead and select the Priest King. And we'll make sure all the enemies are unique. And then there was a request, so I'll honor it, to stop playing green if I can avoid it. So what we'll do is we'll make this person a form of green. And that way we can hunt them down as our doppelganger. So we'll be red for this playthrough. So we'll create the world, and then we'll kind of go over what we have and what we're going to do. And then we'll start playing. So looks like we're starting with our Temple City. As you can see, does 3 gold, a trade already, so I have to make sure I use that, and 3 sacrifices. So let's do the trade admin. I'll explain trading in a bit, but we're going to go ahead and set that up. We've got ourselves, and we have Patacatl. I'll try and pronounce their names. I may not be able to, in which case they'll get nicknames, but Patacatl is a standard tribal king, so he just is a leader. He gets a couple of attacks. He's got 12 hit points and no armor, so the armor is a way to mitigate damage as they take him. Otherwise, you see this, he does 1 to 4 plus 1. That just means he does 1 to 5 damage. It doesn't add plus 1 to your roll, it makes the die bigger. So 1 to 4 becomes 1 to 5 instead. And then he's got him, and that's a one-time per battle javelin. He throws it before getting into combat with his obsidian club sword. So he's a good fighter, but you don't want him fighting because that usually means you're losing. And then we got our Lord here. So we've got Greater Blessing, which allows us to bless our troops and give them access to our blessing effect, which right now is just morale plus 1. We've got Solar Rays, which is great. Does 1 to 2 damage and causes blindness to the enemy in a large swath. Sunlight does the same thing, but in a smaller swath. And then we have Smaller Blessing as well. So not bad. We got some good spells there. Army-wise, we've got some traditional troops here. We've got these guys are our ranged units, unfortunately. They're kind of terrible at it, but they do 1 to 2 damage with a sling. They have a shield, and they have 4 hit points, which is very, very tiny compared to most troops. These guys are spearmen, so they do 5. They have 5 hit points and a shield. They're pretty traditional otherwise. So that's our army there. Not much to write home about, right? We're going to go ahead and give them all to my Lord, though, because Patacatl is going to use his special power to hunt for slaves. So we repeat, and if you hit it, it brings up free troops here. So speaking of which, we should take those troops. So we'll be getting free troops that way for a bit, and we'll utilize them to take damage and preserve our armies, right? The only thing it takes are action points. You get 3 per guy, and that is used to move around the map. As you can see, the boots there, forest costs 2, everything else costs 1, and then mountains will cost you 3. So just some of the things you can see. Finally, we've got our recruitment. So recruitment requires 50 gold for any of them. Tribal warriors, you saw, were the ones with the sling. You get 7 of them for 50 gold, so it's actually a slightly better value. Jungle warriors, or the spearmen you saw, there's 6 of them for 50 gold. Then you got feathered warriors who have a javelin, just like our lord does, our king, and a mace. So they're a little bit better. They have a few more hit points. And then the jaguar warriors hit hard, and they're blessed. So the blessing is the key part there. Your blessing can get quite powerful if you can get it there. So that being said, we don't have the gold or the sacrifices to do anything. Oh yeah, let's use special power. Our sacrifices are used for the rituals here. So this one here will summon jaguars or ocelotl, which are cool animals that can definitely be helpful. And this one will summon plume serpents, Balaam, or great macaws. So you use your sacrifices for that. And the ritual Grand Mastery is the only other thing you can use at this point, and that gives you a level 3 and actually makes you a level 3 Priest King as well. So we're not going to get that for a while, as you can see, because we're only getting 3 sacrifices, and it's 480 to do that. But we'll use some of these pretty soon, it looks like. All right, so we're going to move around the map. What we're looking for are points of interest. This coastal hamlet, as you can see, is 2 gold and a sacrifice, so we'll do that. We'll come up here, and we're going to take out these 6 levies. These guys are weak, but as you can see, they're a little bit stronger than my guys. Or actually, they're identical, I should say. So they're weak, but my guys are weak as well. The thing is, these are stationary, so they'll never move. A few... Actually, I think it's just the Baron class can produce levies. Otherwise, they're just stuff you'll find in the map like this. So, but we're going to take these because that's going to give us a nice boost right away. And we'll have our first battle. So let's go ahead and end turn. All right, so as you can see, we move. We're going to do some slings. And our slings outdid their slings simply by numbers. Okay. And so at this point now we just got to explore the map and try and find more points of interest because we need more income. We need more of everything. Okay, we're at the water, so we're at the north coast, so that's good. Good to know. And that's all we got to do for that turn. So our other guy is going to continually grab slaves. So he's got 3 slaves now because he did that thing. The stupid serpent took our thing, so we need to take it back because that's worth a lot for us. So we'll go ahead and attack. As you can see, animals are coming out of the woodwork, literally. So they're summoned by usually a thing called an ancient forest, and that ancient forest will generally continue to summon the animals until you either burn it or do something else to it. So we're going to take control of our area. We're going to constantly have to recapture our things, but that's perfectly fine. So we're up to 8 slaves. That's good. So we'll be able to come back and pick them up in just a bit. So we'll go ahead and end turn. The tribal king for 54 gold, huh? And you're just a regular tribal king. All right. I'm going to let him continue to get the slaves. And there's nothing of interest there. Perfect. So we'll come and grab these guys later. But we'll continue to make the slaves. And we'll save up the gold and see if we can get ourselves a different lord as well. So that'd be really cool. The illusionist has been eliminated due to no commanders left. So that is one of the ways to get eliminated. You lose all your leaders, the game's over. The other way to lose is to lose all your citadels. And so your citadels are marked by the crown that you see on the far right of the icons at the bottom of the screen there. So if you lose everything that has that icon, you lose. And that'll be very important for later. So we'll go ahead and grab all these slaves. Cool. We're going to go down here. Now, snow slows us down, and it takes an extra action point to travel. So if it's 2 boots, it's 3 now. If it's blank, which is usually 1 boot, it's now 2, so on and so forth. So, and you can pay a deficit, so you'll see that here. Because I had only 1 action point left and I moved on a spot that takes 2, I lose 1 for the next round, so it will slow you down. Looks like a nice army, right? Just a bunch of units, but yeah, not great. All right, so we got a Sun Temple Attendant and a Tribal King. So the Sun Temple Attendant is just like my Lord, so I think I'll wait a little bit more. We got 16 slaves here, so I mean, they're not going to do anything against any true resistance, but yeah, Warren Sun, I don't need them as much right now, so we'll let them go. So one thing you'll see is this purple flag enables recruitment of Jaguar Warriors and Sun Warriors. It doesn't mean that they're going to always be available, but the Jaguar Warriors will always be available, but the Sun Warriors will be a random recruit chance, so you have to wait and see if you can get those. So yeah, we'll just move and take this. This isn't looking great, but okay. We don't want to attack this yet, but this is a wonderful resource here. It's an iron mine, gives you 2 gold and 2 iron. Right now we're buying our iron, and we're not making much gold, but that would be useful at some point. I just don't think we have the army to fight this because these guys are big. 24 hit points, and they do 1 to 11 damage, so they're going to be tough to kill. This thing casts spells as well, which can cause problems, so we'll worry about that later. We should be out of the snow in this point because it should be spring. Beautiful. Alright, so we're gonna do some exploration. Alright, this one has, let's see, yeah, we can take these guys. We don't have any action points right now, but we will want to take this iron mine because that one will be a little easier than this one. And we'll do some summons to show those off and to also demonstrate. We're up to 17 slaves, so really isn't anything else for that tribal king to do, huh? Alright. Sky Temple Attendant. Okay, so there we go. That's what we're looking for. So this guy has sky spells and will have different summons. So share the power with the blasphemous priests of the 6 demon gods of Aslan. So there's 6 orders of priests. So let's go ahead and grab them. And now Hugh Teodoro, we're just going to call him Huey, has Ceremony of the Lord of Sky. Beast bats and turkey spirit doubles will answer the call. It's an interesting assortment, but we're going to use his instead. We'll get access to Azalotl and the Jaguars, right? Is that what these are? Jaguars. So as you can see, they've got 18 hit points, so they're pretty sturdy. They've got 2 attacks as well, which is good. They're not great attacks, but these have 3 attacks, 24 hit points, but it flies. So the only problem with that is that it's going to get into combat a little quicker than I want it to. But we'll go ahead and take this iron mine, and with those summons, we probably can take this thing out too. So we'll see. We'll see what survives that. So at this point, he can't do the hunt for slaves because he's not a priest king. So the question is, we're going to sentry him for now, and we may have him join up with our lord, so we have 2 casters going. Oh, let's see what he has. Blessing, not what we need right now, but Gust of Wind. Hits 5 targets for 1 to 3 damage and stuns if they take damage. So, and we can now get Eagle Warriors. Is that something we can get right away? No. That'll be a special king recruit. All right. Perfect. All right. Oh, you didn't use your hunt for slaves, did you? Repeat. Because I selected you and screwed that up. Okay. Alright, so we took over this iron mine, so that's great. We're getting actual iron without having to trade for it. and we're getting our gold. So as you saw, we did fairly well overall. Question is, well, we can only move one, so let's do that. Okay, we got ambushed. That's not good. We'll figure out what that means in just a bit, I guess. All right, that's all we can do, so end turn. Okay, so these are Deer Tribe Bowmen and Deer Tribe Shaman. So you can call spirits. That's not great, but I think we will destroy them pretty quickly. Like that, yeah. Okay. Such a weird assortment. We're losing slaves, as you can see, so there's a reason why. Let's go ahead and use our special power. Another ceremony to the Lord of War. Get another Ocelotl. This is the thing I'm worried about, but the Ocelotl should be able to attack that. Yeah, or I can cast my spells on it. Yeah, let's do it. Alright. Why don't we transfer all the slaves over and bring them over so we can refresh our ranks here. Okay, so the Ocelotl looks like they're going to attack those. Goblins are terrible. Like, they're worse than my troops, but that's about the only thing that's worse than my troops. So, looks like our spellcasting are doing it. Gust of Wind, Disease. Disease sucks. It basically, when afflicted, a unit will never heal and it will slowly die. There's nothing you can do to stop it. But the Gust of Wind is a good burst. It does a group of damage, as you can see. So it's something you got to be worried about too. But we got it. Now we just got to kill those guys. Perfect. So Huey will be coming over with some replenishment slaves. So that's fantastic. Boom. And we got 3 more slaves already back at the home base. Which way do we want to go? Let's go this way. Okay, that's water. Huey will go this way, and we'll kind of meet up. All right. Just make sure. Jaguar and Feathered Warriors. Eagle Warriors. Okay, so the Eagle Warriors are pretty cool because they fly. They do 1 to 4 damage and have 6 hit points, but they're blessed, so the blessing could be more powerful. But they're flyers, so that's kind of cool, but not what I need right now with my gold. And we're going to continue to just get slaves for the time being. All right, what are you going to do? We need to find more stuff. We'll look down here, and that wasn't great. We're going to... Okay, there we go. We got another hamlet, which we can take. And we'll go ahead and end turn. Autumn's here. Alright. We're going to crash. Alright, so we're in a little peninsula here, so we're going to be well protected, but we need to we're going to have to get further out of field in order to find resources. So, alright. And as you can see, now we got ourselves a nice sizable army, so we'll see what happens here. That spell casting is quite good. Alright, you got 10 slaves. That'll be enough to take these guys out, I think, with the tribal king there. So nothing over here, so we're gonna have to go back the way we came, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and put them together, and we'll go ahead and hold out for more people. No special recruits this time. Okay. The reason I'm holding onto the gold instead of recruiting troops is A, it's going to be so far back that it'll be hard to get them forward. So I'm hoping that we'll take over something that'll let us recruit a little more forward. It also lets us save up to buy any casters that come up as well. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Excellent. We'll do a little split to take these 2 next round. As a matter of fact, why don't we transfer everybody here to that? And yeah, we'll intern. 5 Eagle Warriors. Okay. Huey doesn't fly, so if he takes that, he's just going to be isolated. So I don't want to do that. So let us... Do I want beast bats? They fly. I don't think they're going to be as powerful. So we're not going to do any summons right now. I don't need to against these guys. We'll debate, or maybe we'll save up and use a more powerful sacrifice and get some bigger creatures. So this right here is decently defended, but we'll be able to take that out fairly easily. So, all right, we'll do that. Sun Warriors. Okay. So Sun Warriors hit really hard, and they have a shield and an armor. So Sun Warriors are something I would want. So I think we'll do a recruit of Sun Warriors here, because those are worth chasing. Here we're going to attack this iron mine. We're going to slow Huey down to do that, so he can take that and come in. And you guys will come in. Alright, so we'll get this iron mine. This should be a fairly straightforward battle. And nice and easy. I was just taking a look to see how our troops handle traveling the way they did. So, alright. So we'll be able to take that soon. Huey's stuck, so we're just going to... Ooh, okay. 3 slingers, 6 bandits. That's a bunch of slings and bows on a wall, but as you can see, it gives quite a lot. What was your spell casting? Gust of Wind, that's a really good one to use. So we're going to take the Hamlet for now, and then I think we'll do some summons and go in at the wall. You have no action points. Okay. And nothing special to recruit. So, and as you can see, we're up to 45 slaves. So, okay. 5 Eagle Warriors, not something we need. Alright, so just to show it off here, we're going to go ahead and do a Ceremony of the Lord of Sky. So you can see what beast bats look like. They're weird. They only have 8 hit points, and they do 1 to 4 damage, but they fly. And that flying might be useful here because we're attacking walls here. So, so Huey, let's make sure, yeah, Huey will go in. We'll go ahead and we'll use our special power to do a Ceremony of the Lord of War. Get a couple more Jaguars, that's good. We're going to take this and move in. And now we got ourselves a nice large army. They're going to spend it killing slaves. And then looks like we got a lot of things to take around here. So that's fantastic. We found a great set of resources right outside our capital. So I'm happy about that. All right. 170 gold. Do we have any special recruits? I don't want the Eagle Warriors. So we're going to leave that be. So... So yeah, they killed my Ocelotl and most of the beast bats, unfortunately. Yeah, expected that, but at least we learned. Let's transfer everybody over to my lord. Actually, no, let's transfer everybody over to you, Huey. My lord will do a hunt for slaves. So we can get a good amount of them here because it's a town. And then Huey. We'll go ahead and crash into this farm. What do we want to recruit? I don't want Eagle Warriors. Give me Sun Warriors. Or give me lords, give me leaders, anything. I want casters. I need temples, that's what I need. A tribal king, so that might be useful to have, especially since they're starting to take our stuff out here. Penal. That's a weird name. Okay. So penal, let's go ahead and transfer everything. We're going to leave 10-ish slaves. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. We're going to leave 10 slaves with him, only because the Ichiad captain and warriors have been salivating to attack our capital, it looks like. We're going to go kill the bear. Yeah, okay, good. I was like, we have my other warriors? We do, so. All right. Let's see what we get down here. Okay. So more farms, that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and hunt for more slaves. Not as good, but we need to replenish our slave ranks anyways, because they're starting to suffer. Alright. Because, yeah, right now we're just clearing out the area. We'll come make sure there's nothing hidden there. And then we'll come and grab this farm, and we'll be able to catch up pretty easily. So, alright. Let's end turn. Nice. Ah, stupid snakes. Alright, yep, let's go ahead and take everybody and kill those snakes to get our mine back here. Here, we're just wasting some points, but just making sure. Sometimes that one square contains something so fun and useful that that you're sad. Yeah, see, I told you, he was waiting for us to attack, or to leave. He was salivating, but instead he wanted the hamlet, so we'll take that back. Recruitment-wise, nothing here that I really need, so we'll go ahead. Actually, we'll go ahead and do some tribal warriors. We probably should have those on the walls, just in case. And we'll end turn. As you see, I'm not worried about my actual slaves being lost. Nice and easy. Okay. So at this juncture, how many do you have? 9 units. Nothing crazy. We'll go ahead and take that farm. Do we risk it? We're just going to do it like that. I thought about taking the farm, but it puts me too exposed to a possible enemy, because I don't know where the enemy's at right now, and that's always a scary thing when you have your initial armies out. So, all right, what do we got here? Let's go ahead and do another recruit of tribal warriors. And what we'll do is we'll come up and we'll actually take those tribal warriors. And we'll leave 10 again. That's way too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I gotta remember halfway in the screen is 10. Alright, and then we'll move them out. And what we'll do is we'll do a little exploring up here just to make sure we have everything there. So I don't think we're actually in the north part of the map. Since this is a peninsula and we don't see snow permanently, that means we're in the middle of the map, which is not bad. So if we go south, we'll see some deserts and stuff. If we go north, we'll see that snow. So we're in a good spot right now, especially with this. This is a great set of resources here. All right, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, 4 Sun Warriors. Definitely want those. We've got more than enough iron. At this point, I'm going to sell iron just because we're going to need the gold for a little bit. The iron we don't use as much for this class for sure. So, all right. Let's see. Best route. We're just going to go here. maybe not as efficient as we could be. We'll take that. I don't like being ambushed. That was what I was worried about. Hopefully it's just bandits, and hopefully it's not a lot of them, so... Spearman Archer. Okay. At this point, though, I do need to support my lord. But, I mean, I can't turn down a hamlet, so... my lord's magic should carry me, but we'll see. Oh, that's a lot of bandits. Yeah, the bandits got me. Dang it. Losing my lord was a huge, huge loss. That's stupid, but that's what I get for not being careful. Alright, well, Huey, you're going to become a master of the sky, or no. Dang it. That's rough. That was a lot of bandits, and that was my fault for not doing it right. So this is a watchtower. It doesn't provide us any benefit. All we do, except view of the local area, which we could just scout ourselves. What? Phoenix. I've never seen a phoenix before. I don't want to deal with the phoenix. It's got pyromancy, which is a great thing, and it's immortal. Reform in its home. Will not work if it's killed on another plane. Okay. Either way, it explodes in a fiery explosion of death, dealing 12 damage to everybody nearby. And yeah, that's kind of cool. I've never seen a phoenix before. Definitely don't want to deal with the phoenix, but there's an ancient forest there, so that will spawn animals at a regular pace unless we deal with it somehow. So hopefully we'll get somebody who can deal with that. At this point, we're going to go up here. Stupid bandits. All right. And go ahead and hit next turn here. So yeah, losing my lord that quickly puts us behind, obviously, but what are you going to do? Alright, we're going to go around eventually, and I'm going to come up here. That's where the giant crab decided to hang out, so... What do we got here? 3 boars? Okay. Up to a bunch of slaves again. We'll go ahead and get some tribal warriors to defend the walls. We'll end turn. 5 eagle warriors. It is my hope I'll get access to a new type of magic. I don't know if sky magic is my favorite, so we'll figure that out. But at this point, we're going to have to kill the boars to get the scouting we want. Yep, just as I thought. There's going to be a lot more to scout up there, so we'll deal with that in a bit here. Gold mine has been invaded by slimy creatures from the deep. That's something I hadn't seen before. It's not my mine, so that's the important thing for me. Let's see. We will kill the serpent. Scout and 17 brigands. So, yeah, they moved off the farm. Stupid thing. Alright. Okay, we got Hoburgers. These guys are terrifying. They have 15 hit points, 3 armor, and they shoot fire. So we don't want to deal with those guys if possible. I think I need to start moving this way and then join up our armies here, but don't have anything I want to recruit right now. Okay. Do I want to take them out? These guys all have bows. It's insane. Yeah, no, definitely don't want to deal with that right now. What I will do is I'm going to use my special power, and I am going to go with the Ritual of Mastery. So this will get me Zizamils, Coatls, Great Macaws, and Chalks. So maybe we'll save up for one of those summons here. But either way, we got to go here. 6 scouts and 7 brigands. Jeebus. Alright, well... At this point, might as well go up here. There's another ancient forest with a bunch of boar. These boars are terrifying. 76 hit points, 1 armor. It does trampling, so it will just run through your troops and do damage to them as it does so. These guys have 19 hit points because they're great boars, so very, very terrifying. Alright. And I think we're going to go ahead and call it here. Oh, as we get a Nahuli. I think that is a hedge wizard. Okay, we'll debate on this. I hate hedge wizards, and this is a weaker version of hedge wizard, is what it's saying in the description here. So we'll debate on that, and maybe we'll catch it next time. Looks like the stupid bandits have taken over the iron mine. All right, well, we'll catch that on the next video. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. This one should have the time to get to completion one way or the other, and we'll see if we can squeeze in the Necromancer after that. So, which may end up being double videos if that's the case. But hey, you know, we'll try what we can. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and I will catch you guys next time.